guys, welcome back to a riding Q&A. I haven't done one of these. I have done one on shorts in the past before where I've asked you guys to give me questions but never a full video. And I have a list of questions I'm going to go through and answer. Okay, so the first question I'm going to go ahead and answer is, have I ever had a confidence knock? Okay, so my most recent confidence knock was in November of 2022. I know that sounds very long ago, but it was on this pony right here. This was Flopsy. Okay, so basically I fell off this pony, and I'll talk about how I fell off in a later point of this video. And I fell off the second time in, I believe, a 2-month span, and it really broke my confidence. Like, I was thinking of maybe quitting riding. I mean, it was pretty bad. I lost trust in all my horses, and so I gained my confidence back up on Wish, which was a pony I used to ride all the time with Flopsy, and I stopped riding Flopsy like completely because I just couldn't do it. So basically I continued riding Wish, but he got Founder's disease and sadly passed away. So I had to ride Flopsy, and I was literally cantering on the lunge line again, and on Wish I was jumping, and I was starting to get good. So I really had to restart from the beginning. I was even scared to trot at points because she was crazy. But eventually I gained my confidence up, and I was cantering and jumping her, and it was actually going really well, and I gained my confidence back. Okay, so the next question is, how many times have I fallen off? And I have fallen off 3 times. Okay, so this was my first fall on Flopsy. You don't see when I actually fall, but you kind of get how I felt. So we went over the jump, and she started cantering, and I've never cantered her before. And she turns, and I lost my stirrup and lost my balance and fell onto her neck. And basically after that, she turned into the middle, and that's when I kind of bailed. I just let go because I knew I was on the side of her neck. I wasn't going to be able to stay on. She wasn't going to stop. So I just let go, fell on my back. Did hurt my neck. I had some whiplash, but I was okay. And that fall was not the one that broke my confidence. But that was a pretty scary experience because my family was freaked out. That's why the video did not continue. Okay, so here's a very accurate representation of my second fall. So yeah, that's Stickman is me. So basically we were trotting along, it was going really nicely and really well. And it was just, she was being crazy, but it was okay. So we just kept on trotting, I was posting, it was good. And then basically Flopsy, she bucked, and I wasn't a really strong rider back then. So I fell onto her neck, and she started cantering. And again, I wasn't a strong rider, and I was kind of like sitting on her neck, so I fell onto the ground on my butt. And this fall was probably the least painful, but it really broke my confidence because I'm not going to try and blame her, because if that were me now, I'd probably stay on, and I just wasn't a strong rider back then. But since she bucked, it kind of made me not trust the horse. Okay, so this was my latest fall. This was in November. And basically we were doing a warm-up line. Like, this was the first line. And she started crow hopping, and I lost my stirrups, lost my balance, and I just fell. It did hurt my side, but I was okay. And that one's a little more self-explanatory. Next question, when and how did I start riding? So I started riding in the summer of 2021 when things were finally starting to open, because my friend was like, there's summer camp going on at this stable, and at the time she rode. She doesn't ride anymore, but when she did, and I was like, my mom was like, oh, Scarlett, would you be interested? And I was like, of course. So I started it, and I fell in love for that 1 week of summer camp, and I loved it so much. My mom got me lessons, and I just started riding, and I kept taking lessons. Originally it was once a week, now I ride 3 times. Next question is, who is my favorite horse? And it's Juniper. I half lease her, and I love her so much. Next question is, have I ridden Sprinkles lately? And I used to ride this pony that you're seeing right now all the time, but then I stopped when Juniper came. And yes, I did ride her recently. I actually rode her on Sunday after I hacked Juniper because she has been a maniac. So when I rode her, I don't have any footage. I just did a lot of trotting and cantering to kind of train her because she has been galloping off with people and bucking, running into the middle. She has not been good because she's young, she's a little green, and not the people riding her aren't the most experienced, so she has been crazy, but I love her. She still holds a special place in my heart. So what type of shows am I training for? Right now I'm doing equitation, but these are just barn shows, and our barn does hunter shows, so hopefully I'm going to be doing hunter shows maybe this summer. I don't really know. That really depends on my trainer. But yeah, our stable is a hunter competing stable and jumper, but it really depends on like the pony I'm riding and what my trainer thinks. Okay, so the next question is, what is my worst riding habit right now? My left heel just cannot go down very far, not nearly as good as my right heel. I don't know why, and I've been really trying to work on it. My left heel, I've been trying to do exercises. It's just really tense, and my right heel is just much better at going down. But I have been getting much better at it. It has been going down. That is all the questions. Thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers and for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe so hopefully we can hit 1,000. And if you have any more fresh questions, feel free to ask them in the comments.